Growing up, I was fascinated by how people use words to tell stories. Folk tales and fairy tales are reflective of the deepest aspects of our culture. These stories were major formative influences on the way we portray the roles of women in our society. However, a central yet overlooked feature is the role some brave women played behind the scenes, not only as characters within the plays, but as writers and narrators. Today, we see more and more women taking up space within music, film, and on TV and radio as on-air personalities. This year, as we celebrate Women's Month and compel more people to embrace equality, we have the privilege of spotlighting 5 of the women taking up space for themselves and providing platforms for other young women to follow. Here are their stories.
My name is Gbemi Olateru-Olagbegi. I'm an on-air personality, I'm a fashion entrepreneur, and just recently Group VP of Marketing at Wakana. Very interesting. I've been in this industry since 2005. It's been interesting seeing so many things, from innovation to trends to all sorts of things, really. It's been quite a journey. When I first started, I was super young. I think I was like 19, 20 years old. Obviously being young, and also I had just moved back to the country, and I was used to structure and order and, people doing what they're supposed to do and doing their job. So it was a bit annoying for me, moving back and seeing the anyhowness of how things can be in Nigeria. But yeah, you learn to, figure your way out of it pretty much and just get things going. Not even the early stages, I'd even say maybe even in the middle stages. At some point, I was made program director for a radio station, and I was maybe 26, 27 at that time, and the team I was leading I'd say the average age was like 35 and up, and they found it a bit difficult in the beginning to take instructions and, listen to instructions and being told what to do and so on and so forth. And it was the idea, or should I say the attitude was, who is this small girl, Seth? What does she know? That sort of thing. But look, my thing was, I speak to you nicely, you do your job. If you don't do your job, bye-bye. Someone else will do the job. Simple as. And of course, being firm that week earned me this, iron lady, she's tough, she's mean, she's this, she's that, especially when you're trying to be firm. People, because you're a woman, they expect you to be soft and mommy them. I'm not your mother. I'm your boss. Do your job. Simple as. Crazy. Tenacious and strong. It's not easy, So yeah, crazy because why of all the countries in the world, why this one? Because there's just so much happening right now, and it's like there's always so much happening every time. So you're dealing with just existing as a human being, and then you now start to deal with the issues of being female in a very patriarchal society. People thinking that you got to where you are because you're a fine girl, or because you are somebody's girlfriend, or whatever it is. And it sometimes almost always feels that no matter how much you achieve, people don't really take you seriously sometimes. Yes, things are much better now, lucky you. And no, honestly, things are much better now. The industry is shaping up slowly, but we're getting somewhere. So lucky you again. There's more of you in the field. At the time that I was, when I first started on radio, for example, I think there were maybe less than 5 of us. When I say 5 of us, young people, it was me, it was Kemi Adetiba. Kemi was on radio at that time, early days, and maybe chemistry, and then the rest were men. And like older aunties, like I'm talking people you should be calling ma. You understand? So now there's so many female OAPs, there's so many things you can do. You have the internet, you can start a YouTube show, you can do so much. So lucky you, one. Two, you need to be patient because things don't always happen immediately like that. You need to be smart. You need to be hardworking, be prepared to put in more work than others. You can't be lazy. Things are not gonna fall into your lap all the time. So you literally have to get out, be smart, and just be ahead of the pack, literally. It has a really long title. I believe it's track 16, the last one. You're like melody, yes, yeah. So that one.
In the middle of the night, you are the star that lights my life. Everyone that I see, I know that they are not here for me. You're the only one I notice, taking all my focus. You're like melodies, my heart skips a beat.
Palpitations and calculations, that's what I'm going through, just trying to muster up these salutations. This is not an infatuation. Any accusation, let me show you proof and beat the allegations. You never asked for no validation, but I always say your ex, he never saw your proper valuation. And for that lack of imagination, he's gonna have to watch.
It has been crazy. It has been quite crazy from moving to Nigeria in 2009 and starting my first ever presenting / radio job at Beat FM. I wasn't really sure how things were going to pan out.